So genres are conventions that writers and readers use to make meaning, but in some circumstances, in some situations, but not in others. Let's unpack a bit of that. The first thing is that genres are conventions. We have all sorts of conventions in society. Here in Australia, we drive our cars on the left side of the road. Now, we could do it the other way, but we have a convention that who knows how it came about, who knows why we decided it. But the important thing is if you want to drive a car and have a happy time, you need to drive on the left side of the road. Now, you do it differently, maybe in your country. I know in America, people drive on the right side of the road. That's a convention. And so the first thing to note about genres is that they are social conventions. There's no one right way to tell a story. So different cultures come up with different ways of doing genres. And those genres can change over time. We can change the way that we do things. New genres can emerge, genres can change. So they're conventions. That's important. But I guess what distinguishes genre from other conventions in language, so all language is convention. The words I'm saying mean what they mean purely by convention. This is English, this is how we do things. The weird thing about genres is, well, when I speak English, those words mean the same thing basically whenever I'm speaking that English. So the rules don't change from day to day, from circumstance to circumstance. But genre conventions do. They depend on the situation that we're in, which conventions, which rules we follow. So I grab a bunch of different works from my bookshelf before. We've got J.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit, which is a novel. We've got John Milton's Paradise Lost, which is an epic poem. We've got a letter from my bank, which is on my desk. And we have a book of obituaries. Now, these are all written in English, but they are very different types of writing. They're doing different jobs within society. So those conventions change depending on the circumstances, whether I'm trying to tell a great story or whether I'm trying to acknowledge that someone's died and give the story of their life in an obituary, or whether my bank is asking me for more money. So these are conventions that we use in different situations. And that's why genre can be a bit tricky, because sometimes it's not clear which game we're playing, which genre we're using, what the circumstances are. So that's really important to understand how genres work. We need to understand what they're for. What's the particular game we're playing? What's the particular goal that we're trying to pursue in society? What function is this text performing? And if you confuse those genres, you can have a pretty confusing life. So if you think that The Hobbit is an obituary, or the letter from your bank is a love letter, or if you think a poem is actually a cooking recipe, things are going to be confusing. Even though you might understand every word on the page, the function of the text that you're reading is very different. So that's genres. Genres are conventions that writers and readers use to make meaning in some situations, but not in other situations.